Hello guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please smash that like button. Please do subscribe. I'm in my flat in Rochester and I'm trying to enjoy the Easter break. I don't have children, my children are grown up. So I'm just trying to enjoy myself in the peace and tranquility of my flat alone. My mum, Jennifer, lives in Chatham. She's a widower. She lives by herself and her neighbour Sue comes and sees my mum in the morning and in the evening to check that she's okay and if she needs anything, right? My mum's old and she struggles with her mobility. My mum is nearly 80. She's actually 78 on May the 14th, my mum. It's her birthday fairly soon. My mum is a Taurus. She was born in May. I'm a Libra. I was born in September. So all these morons, these moronic fools that have mixed me up with my mother, on purpose, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. Absolutely silly and stupid. Now my mum left me another answer phone message before his kids arrived upstairs. He's got 4 boys upstairs and they make a terrific noise on the ceiling. And it wouldn't be nice for an old lady to have to put up with that, would it?
Welcome to your EE voicemail. You have 2 new messages and 7 saved messages. First new message. Received today at 9:13 a.m. Good morning, Janessa. This Good Friday. Your message will be saved for 7 days. Next new message. Received today at 1:24 p.m. Good afternoon, Janessa. Giving you the usual afternoon daytime telephone call. Thinking of you. It's Good Friday, Easter. Just thinking of you, Janessa, and I'll give you another ring later on to let you know that I'm thinking of the caring of you. You never know, when I phone you, you might want to speak. Okay, other than that, I'll phone you later. Bye for now. Take care. Your message will be saved for 7 days first.
So, can we just tell these morons in plain English? My name is Janestra. I'm in my 50s and I live by myself. My birthday is in September. My mum is 78 in May. And do you think that it would be nice to have 4 heavy-footed boys bounding across your ceiling at Easter? If you were 78 years old. Because that's what they think they're doing. That's what they think they're doing and they're wrong. Now, just now, I got a message with the word beneficiary in it. Beneficiary. Alexa, what does beneficiary mean?
Beneficiary is usually defined as a person or group that receives benefits, profits, or advantages. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for beneficiary.
So I've just had a message with beneficiary in it. And of course my mum's mental health worker was called Ben. They think they're winding Jennifer up. They're absolutely thick, brainless, moronic fools. And I can put up with them upstairs. I can put up with it. And if they want to come downstairs and whatever to me, they're quite welcome to. Because I'm not Jennifer. Also, we had another message. And another one. Hello, beautiful. So this started again. He's got his kids upstairs and this starts again. Hello, beautiful. Let's meet you. And we can have lots of fun together, baby. So it starts again, look. I'm going to show you outside my window because I'm not the old lady down there either with ginger hair. So this is where it's coming from. Turn the camera around. So I haven't moved anywhere. It's still coming from the same place. And even if they was bullying an old lady, do you think that's very nice? I think they've gone out. There was pounding on the ceiling. Absolute terrible pounding on the ceiling, and the washing machine's been put on. The washing machine. I'm not going out anywhere. No, this is my flat. If I want to stay indoors for 4 days, that's what I will do. So the Hello Beautiful has started again. I went out with one of my sons a week ago. I've got money. Later on I shall be cooking a small meal. I'll be cooking another small meal. I've got 2 Easter eggs. But my mum Jennifer seems to think that ringing the phone 3 times, which not only hurts my face. I mean, what's it done for? I'm an adult. Right? So, yeah, it sounds to me like they've gone out somewhere. It's gone quiet, or they're having their dinner or something. I was actually in the hallway because I do a keep fit regime. I'm trying to keep fit. I'm eating small meals, small healthy meals rather than great big stodgy crap. And I have snacks, but I'm exercising as well to get the excess flab off my stomach and my waist. So did they come in upstairs briefly and then go out? Because I mean, you know, when they've come across the ceiling, it sounds like it's caving in. If somebody wants to know me, wouldn't it be better if you just rang the buzzer, or you know? And I don't want that, Charlie, anyway. And no one's showing off to me. I've got a fridge and a cupboard full of food, and I've got money in my purse. So I mean, I don't know what the fuck it is. There's nothing you've got that I want, my dear. I said there's nothing you've got that I want. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
Understood. I mean, at the end of the day, what can I say? You know, it's not for everybody else to just bite the pillow because Russia wants something.
Okay.
No, I'm real sorry.
No, Joseph, fair enough, and I think you made the point very clearly. Why then is the West being so pussyfooting around on this issue and giving money? Fair enough, but a lot of that money is actually going to be going to pay civil servants in Ukraine. It's not going to be actually going to the front line to provide munitions, which is exactly what Zelensky wants. And in fact, even Valery Zazulny, who he fired just a few weeks ago, his head of the commander-in-chief, was asking for weapons all the time.
It's one of the traps of the 5-year political cycle that we live in. That's the one thing. You know, you don't want to be doing something that some other guy's going to get all the glory for. But the other is, you know, we've kind of, unfortunately, we've run down our military hardware. You know, we've gone to the back of the cupboards and we've given them all the old stuff that we had sitting at the back of the cupboard.
We have, but we haven't
Which is
replaced
what
it,
they've
Joseph.
used
Yeah,
to amazing effect.
they have.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so that, you know, that's an hour
But
thing.
Joseph,
And we're in the process of spinning up our military industrial
But
complex.
Josie, that's the point. But we're not building that up effectively enough, quickly enough. You see, the point I have is that
It takes a year to build. It takes 6 months to a year to retool
Joseph, they should have
an
been
auto plant into a shells plant.
But Joseph, they should have been doing that straight away. Having given
Should've,
Ukraine, right? Yeah, but this is the point I'm making. This is why I say that the West talks a good game, but never backs it up
Yeah.
with action. Right? You give your stockpile to Ukraine, then go and put your economies on a war footing. Go and get the electoral mandate from your people, and go and explain how important it is, and go and get the requisite support. They didn't do it. Joseph, thank you for your call. I appreciate it. Mustafa in Leeds. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What would you like to say, Mustafa?
The way I see it is that we can't be letting Putin get away with everything he's doing. If we look at him as a young child, the more they get away with, the more they're going to do next. So,
Okay.
yes, I think eventually he will. If he gets Ukraine, he might, maybe in 10 years' time he'll try and expand even more.
So if that's the case, Mustafa, and a lot of people would agree with you, right? I mean, the Munich Security Conference that happened a few weeks ago, that most of the people in the room would agree with you. Why do you think then that the West is so remiss at actually providing Ukraine what it needs, particularly now the US? I mean, you've got JD Vance, this US senator, you've got others basically saying, look, let's be very frank about it. The big strategic threat to the US is China. It's not Russia. There's only a limited amount we can do. We simply can't provide everything Ukraine needs. There's going to have to be a peace deal.
It's just a bit of selfishness, really. And if you think about it, it's like us here in the UK. What we're doing now? Should we be doing more for Ukraine? Should we be doing more for Palestine or any other conflict across the world? Or we do enough to keep ourselves on the monopoly? Save face, let's call it, and then it's like, why couldn't they get a place in NATO? Why couldn't Russia get NATO?
Well, you see, Mustafa, this is interesting, right? When you start doing this kind of thing, I think basically what happens then is that you are in danger of dangling the carrot in front of Ukraine about NATO membership and never actually delivering. And I think that's really remiss and dangerous, actually. And this is why, I salute Zelensky and his bravery and the bravery of his people. But if you actually bank on the West being there for you in the long term, I'm not sure it's the safest and most sensible strategy in the world. So thank you for your call. Really interesting discussion that hour. Thank you for all your calls and texts on that. Now, I tell you, things are getting bad to worse for the Conservatives. The Conservatives are now being overtaken, or danger of being overtaken rather, by Reform UK among working class voters, as Nigel Farage says that he sees a historic opportunity to replace the Tories, and he might even re-enter the political fray and stand for Parliament. I wouldn't mind that at all. Should Reform replace the Conservative Party?
On your radio, on Global Player, and
Play LBC.
leading Britain's conversation, this is LBC. From Global's newsroom at 5 o'clock, the leader of the Democratic Unionist Party has resigned after being charged with historical sexual offences. Sir Geoffrey Donaldson's been suspended from the party while the judicial process takes place. LBC's Northern Ireland correspondent Amanda Ferguson says a replacement has already been appointed.
The party officers have this morning unanimously appointed Mr Gavin Robinson MP as the interim party leader, and people will know that Gavin Robinson is the East Belfast MP and was the deputy leader of the party up until this news broke this morning.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the country will re-enter peace negotiations. There have been several failed attempts to reach an agreement between the country and Hamas since the group killed 1,200 Israelis in October. Negotiators have been sent to talk to officials in Qatar and Egypt. US President Joe Biden says they're working every day to secure the release of Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich from detention in Russia. The journalist was arrested last year, accused of spying for the US. Mr Biden says journalism is not a crime. Poland's President Donald Tusk has warned that Europe has entered a pre-war era and warned of grave consequences if Ukraine is defeated by Russia. Speaking to European media outlets, he appealed to leaders across the EU to boost Kyiv's defences. The remarks follow a fresh barrage of Russian missiles on Ukrainian energy infrastructure overnight. Military analyst Colonel Hamish de Bretton-Gordon told LBC Mr Tusk is right.
We probably have a year, 2 at the very most, to make sure that we have a military that will hold Putin where he is now, rather than have to fight him in the streets and valleys of Europe, as we did the previous tyrant to come westwards in Europe, Hitler.
Hundreds of people have gathered to remember coronavirus victims on the 3rd anniversary of the creation of the COVID Memorial Wall. The group walked along the wall on the south bank of the River Thames between Westminster Bridge and Lambeth Bridge in London, stopping at each panel to lay flowers, read a poem and observe a minute's silence in honour of those represented by hearts and photographs.
LBC Weather.
With Ripple Energy, climate action you can be proud of.
Showers persisting in the west tonight, but they will ease elsewhere. Clear with a chance of frost in the north and a low of 1 degree. Mostly sunny tomorrow, but there could be light showers in the afternoon. A high of 14 degrees. From Global's newsroom for LBC, I'm Tim Humphrey.
This is LBC from Global, leading Britain's conversation with Ali Mirage.
Roger on LBC in for Tom Swarbrick. It's 2 minutes past 5, and in the second hour, I want to talk about the woes of the Conservative Party, and in particular, the threat now being posed to them by Reform UK. Now, just before I get to this, can I just...
So, guys, it is Good Friday evening. I'm here by myself. I'm quite happy on my own. I've cooked my lunch. Later on I'm going to have a small dinner, and I'm quite happy to be by myself. There is no need to interfere. There's no need to stir things up. This is my life. Nobody else's. If underhand things are going on, then they will get brought to the surface and the people concerned will be brought to justice. Right? I am not being made a fool of anymore. And anybody trying to do so will look a fool themselves. My name is Crystal. My birth name was Janestra. My mum is Jennifer. She's struggling on her own. She's nearly 80. When my dad departed this earth, as we all do, all of us, he left 2 women behind that he had caused harm to fend for themselves. And everybody concerned in covering up my dad's wrongdoings should be ashamed of themselves. See you later.